I think it's safe to say that anxiety has been overlooked a little bit over time, and I think at this point we're realizing the degree of impairment that people with anxiety have and the degree of suffering that people with anxiety have.
Well, I think many people think, like many mental health disorders, that this is under your control. If you just wanted to stop being such a worry wart, you could stop it. But the reality about anxiety disorders is you can't stop it. If it really becomes moderate to severe, it's impulse-driven, it's your brain essentially doing it, and it's not something that you can just volitionally say, I don't want to do this anymore. And it does require treatment, it does respond to treatment, and actually getting treatment may help you to not relapse and have anxiety disorder again in the future.
So telling someone to calm down and not be so nervous is the worst thing that you can do. Their experience is that the world is really an unsafe place. And you need to take them at that and try to help them in using one of these different treatments to make the world feel like it's more predictable.
I think most people think that people are just overreacting and that it's no big deal and why are you getting so upset about it? Those are a lot of things people say to people with anxiety. And if they stopped and stood back, maybe there is a kernel of truth in the thing that's making the person anxious. It's just getting blown out of proportion because of the way we think about it.
When I think about misconceptions of anxiety disorder, I think about parents and adults who might say, someone's a little bit shy or a little bit worried, not when you have people who are avoiding things and are missing out on key aspects of life. So when anxiety reaches a point that there is impairment and that there is significant avoidance, we don't want to think about it as something small. We do want to address it and be more aggressive in targeting it.
People don't know that sometimes there's a flip side to the person that's having an anxiety disorder, and that is they may be very driven, quite perfectionistic, quite detail-oriented, and quite intelligent. These are things that tend to run with anxiety disorders and are not diminished by having treatment. So it's not like if you get rid of your anxiety disorder, you lose all those things. Those are things that are part and parcel of your brain, and I think people need to think about the strengths so we can stop stigmatizing having these kinds of disorders.